Hey everybody, Matt St. John, Street John Realty, powered by Keller Williams. I wanted to talk to you about a proposed Matsuboro tax code that they're looking at getting passed in November. We're still waiting on the public hearing for it. It should be sometime in May, and as I get updates on that, we'll get you that information as well. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not politically affiliated with anything here in the Valley, but I saw this, and as a PSA, I wanted to give you guys the cliff notes on it so that everybody could be aware of it, and also so that everybody had a clear understanding of what was actually being proposed. It's like a 40-page thing that I went through in depth over the last week because it has implications on the real estate environment as a whole. So basically, the proposed bill is, instead of relying on primarily property taxes to fund the borough, they're proposing a 6.5% area-wide sales tax while eliminating the area-wide property mill rate. So right now, the borough has a mill rate of about 8.485 mils, which means that per $1,000 of property value, you get charged as a property owner about $8.49 per year. So average sales price in the Valley right now is about $440,000. So that means that your annual property taxes for the mill rate is about $3,700 per year, which equals about $311 per month in taxes. Basically, if they did away with that mill rate for the property taxes, that would save the average homeowner about $3,700 a year, which is pretty cool, and $300 a month. But another impact that could potentially have is it could increase the buying power of new buyers by about $50,000 to $65,000 on their current income, which is pretty cool if they get rid of that. It would increase home affordability over the Valley as a whole. So if they institute a sales tax, right, it's going to impact a whole bunch of things. But the cool thing about this is it only charges that 6.5% sales tax to a cap of the first $1,000 of a transaction. If you buy something that is $1,000, it would be a $65 tax on that item. And there's a bunch of exemptions here, and I'll go over those here in a second. But basically, for people that are selling their home, if they make more than $1,000 in profit off of that home, the whole tax would just be $65. It would not be $6,500 off of $100,000 net. That's not how it works. So it'd cap out at $1,000 total for the transaction, which means it would be a tax of $65 max per transaction. That's really good. And the same thing goes for a real estate commission. So if you make more than $1,000, the max tax that it would be put onto that commission would be $65. For property management, again, there's an exemption, and this is one of them. For long-term leases, you would not be charged as a landlord per month that $65. There's an exemption for that. So there would be no tax on the tenant paying you your rent as a landlord. Those are the nuts and bolts as it applies to real estate and the implications on real estate. To get this passed, it was introduced to the Borough Assembly. They did a vote earlier this week to set a date for the public hearing. From what I understand, it's going to be in May. I'll give you guys that information when it comes out. And then after the public hearing, where the residents are able to speak, and I highly encourage all of us that want to go check this out to go check this out and at least be present, if not speak. I plan on speaking at it. Then if the assembly advances it after the public hearing, there will be an election. It will be on the ballot during the election in November. Keep your eyes out for it because overall it's a good thing. If you want more information, please talk to me. And then if it was approved, it would go into place in April of 2027. Again, you have questions about this. I mean, anything where we can offset property taxes or eliminate property taxes is going to be a good thing overall for the economy. It's going to stabilize rental rates projected, increase buyers' power, decrease your annual property taxes, and if you're a landlord, it's going to overall increase your cash flow on your cash flowing properties by a substantial amount. So it's something that we need to pay attention to. So Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. My email and phone number will be attached to this video, and I'll answer the questions at best of my ability, or put you in contact with somebody that knows more about this than I do and get you those answers that you need. And also, I have a copy of the proposed tax code as well that I can attach to an email and mail you out directly. So feel free to ask me any questions, but I think this is going to be a good thing overall for the Valley and everybody, especially real estate wise. Thanks.